My name is Valentina Tereskova. I have 82 years today, but I'm going to talk a little about my life and how I became the first woman to go into the space. It all begins in a small town in Yaroslav, the current Russia, the 6th of March of 1937, the day I was born. Next to my father Vladimir, who was a tractor driver, and my mother Elena, who worked in a textile factory. When I was only 3 years old, I was fatherless because he died during the Winter War that took place in Finland during the Second World War. My mother had to raise her 3 children alone, which was really hard for my whole family. To help my mom and my siblings, I started working from a very young age. So I started my studies when I was 8 years old. But at 16, I had to leave my studies so I could work in the textile sector to help my family get ahead. At the age of 22, when I started to have some savings, I resumed my studies at a professional institute and signed up for an aviation club, since I was always interested in this hobby. Skydiving lessons opened my way to space. The 21st of May of 1959, I jumped in parachute for the first time, assuming that I was very afraid to be my first jump. Because of my training in 1961 after the successful adventure of Yuri Gagarin, the first man to go into space, the Soviet government was willing to send women into space. Of the more than 400 candidates who presented themselves for the Corps of Cosmonaut Women, 5 were selected, me among them. The launch to space took place the 16th of June of 1963 aboard the ship Vostok 6, which orbited 48 times the Earth in a space trip of 70 hours and 50 minutes duration, which ended on the 19th of June, taking land in Kazakhstan. Later, the 3rd of November of the same year, I married the cosmonaut Andriy Nikolaev and had a beautiful daughter named Elena, who was a subject of medical interest since he was the first child born of parents who have been exposed to space. But we got divorced after 17 years. Finally, in 1982, I married my second husband, Yuli Shaposhinov, who died only 14 years ago. After receiving a lot of titles and honors, I retired from my public life. Although I have yet to fulfill a dream, to travel to Mars.